face off.
Oh, I've been watching true crime shit, and I saw one today. This lady murdered her 2 children so that she'd have more time to fuck her dog.
The fact that you're watching true crimes makes you a little bit woman.
I was going to call it gay immediately. I'm so glad we're on the same page here, Woody. No straight man I know watches true crime.
That is totally chick.
Yeah. What is true crime? Maybe I don't understand.
I'm sure it's a lot of fun. You put your robe on and you sashay into the kitchen to get your popcorn, and then you come back out and throw your feet under you like that.
I don't understand. I don't understand what true crime. What makes true crime. So what I'm watching is, a documentary about a lady who murdered her children. Is that's the gay part?
Yeah.
Being into you didn't know this? True crime is like an almost entirely female genre.
You don't like watching like interrogation videos and police investigations? Like this is more like the first.
Okay, you'll get me on this. The actual interrogation. I went through a phase a couple years ago where I found a YouTube channel that it was literally just like unedited 2-3 hour videos or minimally edited.
Hour and a half at least.
What did you learn from watching the interrogations? I want to hear if your take is the same as mine.
I learned that there is a huge gap between detectives rather, who are really, really good at this and ones that are really, really bad at it. Because some of the guys are so natural and like comforting in their presence that even watching it, you're like, man, maybe he is really sympathizing with this they know he's a deviant like child molester or something, and he does such a good job of being like, they got your burger and they got ketchup on. You know what? Don't even bother eating. Someone else actually went out to grab lunch there a few minutes ago. Let me get that. We'll get your right order.
They shift gears right away from if to why. You know what I mean? It's like it's not if you did it. It's like, look, man, we need to talk about why you did this, because if there was an accident or maybe like she fell, or maybe, you were defending yourself or something like that, and things just got out of hand. That's a different story, Mike. That's a different story entirely. And it's important at this early part that you tell your story, because somebody else is going to run around. They're going to tell all kinds of things, Mike. And right now what they saying, Mike killed her. Mike killed her. Cold-blooded. And I don't believe that about you, Mike. I look at you right now. I don't believe that while you eat them French fries. Yeah. Like that guy, like he'll get your confession, because Mike
has like a forehead tattoo, says loves to kill, and it's like, he's like, Mike, I know they're lying about you, Mike.
So they're you're absolutely right. There's a huge difference, and the YouTube channel that I've been watching, he'll pause and he'll be like, for some reason the detective decided to antagonize her at this point instead of like building. Probably not a good idea, as you'll see in just a moment.
Yeah, I liked those little interjections.
So Taylor's right. There is a wide discrepancy in like how much talent the detectives have. But my takeaway was a little different. It was shut up, Woody, because like I don't care how smart you are, right? You're both very smart guys. But if you entered a guitar playing competition against someone who does this all the time, you would get smashed.
Yeah.
And while an interview is not quite as fish out of the water as my example, you might not be, well, Kyle might be, but Taylor and I are not prepared to deal with like detectives asking hard questions. Just quiet.
I mean, I talked to them a good bit, like when I got arrested on the drug thing, until the point where like they asked a question that mattered. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not retarded. You can't just be like, did you do it?
Your name.
Yeah. Oh no. like that wasn't going to happen. But if they start getting into like details and for anything specific to what's going on, it's like, I can't talk about all that. We're going to have to go to the lawyer situation, because I don't know what my defense is going to be here, but it's not looking good. But no, I love those. This lady, they had her Facebook messages. She's like messaging some dude, and she's sending dirty pictures of her fucking the dog and stuff. And she's like, yeah, I want to see you and me and you and the dog and get it on, but got to watch the fucking kids. Got to watch those kids. She hung her kids in the basement.
Oh, I mean, it seems like this was a pretty cut and dry case, right?
I know.
Cut and dry.
Blockers, right? Let her off.
40-minute video. They got
called to the stand, Rufus.
As a character witness, he rushes up to her and licks her.
There's one guy holding like 5 pairs of soiled panties, like in medical gloves, holding them in front of the dog.
This other guy was a YouTuber. This other guy was a YouTuber, at least he uploaded, and he's like, if you want to see me, this is one of his YouTube excerpts. If you want to see me eat poop out of my diaper, I want 1 million subscribers. This is a giant fat man, and he was like doing diaper fetish stuff online, and
that should be enough to lock that guy up.
He was poisoning his family. He was giving them laxatives and Epsom salt, so they were all shitting themselves, and I think he got off on it. Like, and his family is like old, elderly people. And in the detective interviews, this old man, who must be like 75, he's like, "We're just crap in our pants, and we literally soiled myself. And I'm an old man, but I can control my bowels." And we didn't know
this salsa always tasted like castor oil.
Their coffee, he was putting it in their coffee maker so that it would, mask the flavor of him poisoning them. I watched a bunch of them today. I watched one where these 3 black chicks burnt another one alive. With all over a man, and it was so crazy. One of them's there's a man and a wife, okay, and the wife has 3 or 4 friends, and it turns out, unbeknownst to her, they're all fucking her husband. Her husband's fucking them all, but she finds out that one of them in particular has fucked him. She doesn't know about any others. So she gets her other friend who's been fucking him and her 16-year-old daughter, and they jump the other chick, taser, torture her, beat her with a crowbar, take her to a field and set her on fire. And she runs through the woods on fire, makes it to a neighbor's house. And like her last words before they put her under morphine are, "It's Brittany, Nicole, and Andrea." And then they put her under the anesthesia and she dies. And they get the guy in the interrogation room, and he's laid back chilling. He's on his phone with a different woman, completely different woman. He's
this guy sounds attractive.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm copacetic. I'm laid back, ain't even worried about shit. I'll be out. I see." And the detective sitting across from him, like, TikTok, like, dude, he's got his big, like, scary folder unfolded. Mm-hmm. He's got that Trapper Keeper that, like, scary men on. He's got that bitch out, and he's like looking at him like, "You about done with your phone call?" And he's just like, "Yeah, hang on now. Let me get off the phone with you. They gonna make me hang." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm nervous for you. Hang up."
Yeah, it's like, hang up, idiot.
I'm so polite about that I'm like, "Look, gotta let you go. Detective just walked in." Boop. Like, that's how I would have handled it, right? Like,
yeah, immediately.
He's laid back, and the guy's like, "So, I heard you're having sexual relations with Brittany, Nicole, Andrea, and was that your sugar baby?" He's like, "Nah, that's my kitten." He's got like stupid pet names from all or some shit. He's like, "Yeah, that's old mama right there." He's like, "Well, who you got on the phone?" He's like, "Oh, that's something else right there. That's something else." And the cops are, like you said, they're playing along with. He's like, "How you do that? You must be slick with it, because like me and Dave here, we'd lose our boats, our houses, and our cars if we tried to pull that shit." And he's like, "I just doing my thing." And it was like, oh my God, he was the only innocent one. He had nothing to do with burning that poor woman alive. He was just fucking everybody in the whole trailer park.
I don't know if innocent's the first word I'd pick, but
innocent of murder.
Very, very related to.
She's on death row in Florida right now. The one who did that stuff. Yeah, those are
finished